behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Tighten up. Check safety.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes forced out, and he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Yellow! Go blue, lady! Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
No, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
glad to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 22, Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. That'll bring out second and goal after the gain of 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, 57, 57. Here goes 15. Lucky. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch twist, watch twist. Hey, 15. Watch height.
Breida. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That second down play nets a -4.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. It's been a long day for you. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Mahomes. Being chased out left.
But that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They run forward with Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple of plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. They'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief here by the offense at that fall harmlessly to the ground. Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Brandon Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to someone puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
Mayfield now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. Touchdown! That's caught. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Pick it up, guys.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
McCann's kick up and good.
And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gard.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 36, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's got this down to the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watch the whip. Check.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Go. Check three. Yellow. Check Mike 27. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Now. Check. Crunch.
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get off the field. Let's get yellow. Mike 27. Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stevens. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, then covering for a loss of a yard. To throw again on second down. Mayfield dancing to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Breida. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Check, 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 check.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
Harrison Butker gave up 4 points this game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they can't bring him down. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
16.
Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stevens. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jones. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Check it back, check it back. 43, 15. Shoot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Makes the score Chiefs 39, Browns 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They begin this drive with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, the ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he'll find Hall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gray. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 27, check Mike 27. No. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown of Kansas City. Brevin Jordan there to make the grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it this time. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Chubb on the counter. Well, he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And some room to work. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A big play there on 4th and 2. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 212 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Switch up. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mike's 50. I got you, son.
Chubb. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tanner Muse getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Switch. Yellow. Undercross. Check three.
Now a give running left is Breida. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Coordinator, just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call it, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.